Arca Bulls family, what is good, everybody? What is good? What is good? Throw those A's in the chat if you can hear your boys speak. Throw those A's in the chat. What is up, my team? What is up? What is up? Guys, yes, it is Good Friday today. We shouldn't really be talking about the stock right now, but we definitely are. We are those degenerates right now in the live chat talking about stocks, right? So guys, make sure to throw those A's in the chat if you can hear me speak right now. What is good, my family? What is good? Oh man, oh man, oh man. I mean, do you agree or do you disagree? We really shouldn't be doing this right now, you guys, but it's okay. It's all good. It's no problem. It's no problem at all, right? So, but yes, we do have a few tickers to kind of go over, right? We want to make sure to get at least some of these things out of the way so that our Monday is starting to look pretty good, right? Or so that it looks good for us, right? So, yeah, anyway, I do have a few requests here in the chat, right? So we definitely have a few things to look over, right? So look at the schedule right up here, okay? So that's kind of what we're going to be going over today, so that we can get our plays ready for Monday, right? So definitely know that we're going to go over, just like we always do, that ticker symbol SPY, right? Just so that we can get the broader market perspective. We'll also get the Nvidia, we have SDC, we have a ticker symbol SPCE, ARQQ, FOA, YVR, right? We have TRKA here, right? I know that a lot of people are talking about TRKA because it did get that pretty nice upside run, right? So, and actually it was a very good call from a buddy of mine. He's actually hosting a live stream right now, but I think it was Spider or a Spidey, right? So he actually said, dude, there's something happening with TRKA. It's about to pop tomorrow. And I'm like, what? I honestly see some downside. You really sure? And he goes, I think so. And I'm like, dude, well, it went up, right? So good call on my dude's analysis, right? So that was very interesting. So yes, we'll go over TRKA as well. We still have to go over AMC, right? IFRX, GMZP, and ticker symbol SI, right? So everything is chilling. So Mark Roach, my moderator, Sebastian Lim, what is up, you guys? Good to see you here. And so you're talking about awesome video on COSM, my dude. I think something's up. With actually both COSM and CLNV. So if you guys are not familiar, or if you guys haven't actually seen that CLNV video that I just put out, I encourage you to watch that a little later because my goodness me, something could be prepping. Destiny, always good to see you here. What's up? What's up? So E5 Romero saying, can you go over Bitcoin short-term and long-term? You know what? That could actually be a good thing to include into the broader markets, right? So, yes. A lot of the times I tend to not put so much focus into the spot price action for the immediate short term, especially when it's over the weekend, right? Because I tend to look at Bitcoin CME futures, but in this case, yeah, let's go ahead and pull up the Bitcoin chart, right? So I think I do have it actually as a more recent look. Yeah, this one here. So yeah. We'll look over Bitcoin because I think there's honestly a good shot here. Yeah. There's definitely a good shot here that we could be making actually a continuation to the upside here, and I honestly do see a potential 30,000, 31. Right. I mean, if we can actually reach that 32K, that would be. It would be pretty ideal. But yeah, the next this is just the next leg up, right? So we're teetering around the steps right now. But yeah, the next target should be around 37 or 31.5 or 31.7, right around there, close to 32, which is actually very, very interesting, right? So, but yes, we'll go ahead and get into that as well. So let me put it in here for the broader markets. We're going to look at SPY, BTC, and Nvidia for the mega caps and broader market spectrum too, right? So E5, what's up, man? Thank you so much for that. And yeah, we'll definitely do that. Keith Monster, good to see you here in the chat. What's up, Monster Mike? Good to see you. What's up? What's up, guys? Very, very excited to be streaming tonight, even though we should be, celebrating our Good Friday with the family, right? But we're here. We're just trying to see what we got for the coming week. It's okay, you guys. So I hope that this video actually does end up, picking up some more viewers over the weekend, right? So that you can, so that everybody could kind of gauge a good perspective for the coming days. I really hated that the markets were closed today, even though I mentioned it, right? I still mentioned it. Lucid Heart, what's up? Good to see you. Yeah, so I mentioned it on the video saying that, the markets are going to be closed in observance of the Good Friday today. And I remember waking up And I'm like, okay, where's my phone? Where's my phone? I need to see the positions. And nothing was open. I'm like, oh right, it's Good Friday. Oh my goodness. So essentially it did kind of play out pretty nice because we get some rest like this, right? You guys, it's good to kind of put our brains to rest, at least for those who are trading equities only, right? But not for those who are trading crypto, right? Because crypto, as you know, is a continuous project there. That's continually happening 24/7 all the time, right? So, but yeah, so let's go ahead and just kind of get this thing rolling and moving, right? Let's look at the ticker symbol SPY, and we'll go over just the broader market spectrum, and then we'll get into our tickers. Remember that if you are new to the chat, this is the schedule right up here in the tabs, okay? So you'll be able to see all the tickers that we're going to be looking at today, okay? So don't get discouraged. Everything is right up there for you to kind of look at, right? So as I'm sure that there's a lot of popular tickers within that list even still, right? So yes, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in to ticker symbol SPY, and let me make a note here on my notes that we're gonna be starting it off now, right? So it is 8:21, right? So yeah, I think it's good to kind of get it moving right now. Let me dim the music just a little bit here. Oh, guys, nobody told me that the music was blaring and blaring and blaring. It's okay. It's my fault. All right. So yes, now we can bring the music down so it doesn't overpower my voice, right? So here we are. All right. So now let's go ahead and start moving it in. All right. Ticker symbol SPY. We did speak about potential retracement back to the current support. We did get that, but unfortunately, we actually pumped up to the upside even more, which is. I'm not sure if it actually presented a good opportunity for the put game, right? But remember, guys, that we're still eyeballing the target of about $417 here. Okay, so I just want to be clear with you that that's going to be essentially that target of take profit from the broadening descending wedge per the playbook rules, right? That's just how you usually trade this formation here, right? So that 417.02 could be that target that we're looking at here. But let's validate. Let's just validate it real quick. Okay, let me get rid of this trend line regression rejection there and see what volatility is looking like. Okay, so actually volatility is increasing. It's now moving upside of the, wow, let me get that out of the way. Geez. There we go. All right, so yes, volatility is increasing, which is usually what happens when the volatility, the spectrum line, moves upside of the moving average. That kind of tells us that volatility is coming back in, and since we do have the momentum averages pitched to the upside and within the bullish control zone on the 3-day, the upside is still more likely. Actually, I still have to favor the bulls in this situation for the broader market, so we're still looking pretty good. All right, so let me also point out this fact right over here. Okay, so what we're looking at here is actually the ADX indicator, right? So, or the DMI indicator. So this is a directional moving index, right? So what you want to see for the bulls to gain control is actually the green line above the red line, right? So now what's going to give you the metric of a trending market is actually the ADX, which is the dotted white line. As long as the ADX is above the 25 percentile, right above here, as soon as we're above that 25%, that gives trending market to whoever is on top. So in this case, you can see that the bulls are still leading the way, and it looks like we're starting to get an uptick on the ADX. So this is starting to give some validation for a continuation to the way up on the volatility versus momentum spectrum. Okay, so this could be one of those final validators for this type of statistical play. All right, so now let's just move on to the shorter time frame and see what we have on the RSI. Okay, so as there could be some consolidation here for the immediate short term. Okay, so that's not to say that we're going to stay there forever. Remember, 30 minutes lives out pretty fast. All right, so by hourly time frame, let's see what it's got. By hourly time frame, still consolidating as well. We still have an upside pivot on momentum, and we're still critically contracted, which means that volatility has essentially kind of stopped and it has stopped at an extreme level, right? So let's continue on the 6 hour and see what we got here. Okay, so already starting to get a nice pivot here from the 7-day exponential. We're still kind of lingering around this gravitational zones around these gravitational zones, right, from the bear strength and the bear weakness. So still a little bit of consolidation there, and that's all indicative of the support range that we were talking about on the daily, right? So this one right over here. literally this, right? So we definitely have to validate this as an area of support before we can continue on to the upside. So if we have any upside, it is actually looking like maybe Tuesday or maybe Wednesday or Thursday, we could continue an upside here, and it could be man, actually I wouldn't doubt it if it actually started on Thursday into the following Tuesday. Okay, you guys, but it's still bullish. We just have a lot of things to kind of validate within this area here, guys. Look at the amount of resistances that we're facing through this amount of time, right? So huge support here, very big resistance there, right? Resistance here, support here, all throughout this chop zone, right? So we have to combat this, we have to beat it, and then we could continue on the way up. So let me actually take a look at Nvidia as it is potentially finding a resistance here. Okay, so I do like the 12-hour pivot here on the momentum. There could be something in line here, but let me look at the daily to see how that okay, so the daily is actually suggesting a downside, and a 6-hour it's suggesting a little bit of consolidation. We definitely need actually both of we need this to pivot straight to the upside, and we definitely need the moving average and the volatility component to be pitched to the upside and beyond the 15th percentile in order for Nvidia to get an upside continuation. So if we are actually, let me look at the ADX with the DMI right now and see if we have anything there. So yeah, in fact, if you can see here that the bears are actually now starting to stabilize a little bit, and trending market is starting to lift. So now it's at about 20 percentile, and while the bulls are actually starting to diminish their strength just a little bit. Another thing is that we did look at this trend line here as a potential support area that we could fail and then convert as resistance. It looks like that's being fulfilled as we speak, right? So Nvidia may very well see a downside, and let me look at the 30-minute immediate short term to see what exactly could be happening there too. All right, stochastic momentum on the 30-minute already pitched to the downside from critical contraction. Not too much volatility there. Let's see on the buy hourly. All right, so buy hourly, it looks like the bears are starting to gain a little bit of control here, reaching a little bit of overbought here on the buy hourly stochastic momentum, consolidation on the RSI. So it's not looking too good for the bulls in this particular situation. So if anything, it's more consolidation and a potential downside starting. Let's see. The downside could be very limited here too, you guys. Okay, so if there is a downside, we could very well see a support touch of about $269 before maybe finding a bounce, because remember that the SPY can also influence this as well. Okay, so the bears are definitely in control in almost every time frame, with still a little bit of downside to go. But like I said, guys, this is very limited. Okay, so keep your downside in line, and in fact, we could be seeing a continuation to that downside a little later. Okay, as you can see right here, that the bulls are starting to actually diminish their presence, right? On the buy daily, yes, we actually do have trending market for the bulls in this particular situation, well above the 25 percentile of the ADX. So that's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. But notice the strength coming in from the bears. Okay, so but I do have to say again one more time, I'm just going to reiterate it, that this could be a limited downside for the bears on ticker symbol Nvidia. Okay, remember that target that I just gave you, 269, right? So that could very well be one of those targets. Did I say it on the 12-hour or on the daily? Let me see the daily one more time, and then okay, man. Yeah, it's limited, guys. So, and as well as please remember that you have that a SPY. It's suggesting a potential upside in a few days. The Nvidia, if you get your puts in the money at any point starting Monday to Tuesday, I would essentially not try to moonshot those, and I would not hold any options overnight ever, right? But remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Do what you do, right? But it's just in my personal preference to not hold. All right, but we do have daily momentum suggesting downside here. Okay, you guys, so keep an eye on Nvidia. There's still some pressures. It's a little indecisive, but it's still there. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and now move on to ticker symbol BTC, continuing on the broader markets, right, and see what we have here. Let me just write it on my notes real fast, and we shall continue. All right, so ticker symbol BTC on the 5-day. Very important thing to notice here is that this is the Gaussian channel, usually something that I use in equities as well. I'm using it in GTII, and the Gaussian channel actually represents a mean here that we've historically used as a form of support, right? So you can see that anytime that we have crossed above this mean band or the center divider between the bands of the outside and inside of the Gaussian channel, we have made some pretty extraordinary moves to the upside, and this is something that's very common for analysts to look at within the BTC asset, right? So yeah, and really it has happened like that. So let me just show you. We tend to come back and validate it right before a continuation onto the upside. I tend to use this in the shorter time frames as well, and also in the higher time frames, right? But in this case, this is a huge validator, and now we're closing upside of the outside of the volatility bands, which is from the Gaussian bands. This is very likely for it to find a continuation to the upside. So now let me just pull up the targets here on the 5-day, pulling up my my algo here, the ARC substance. This will give us resistance levels that we can actually take into consideration, right? So yes, this is the target that I was essentially talking about earlier, potentially around just under $32,000, 31.7 to about 32,294 could be the next target to look at for BTC, as there is a very interesting area here. It's you can call it a few different things, right? So I guess I can call this area either a slide or an anomaly or something, but there is a very nice opportunity to face a potential literal just kind of like fast upside here over the span of about a week or two. Maybe into end of next week, maybe right around there. If we do get the chance to do that, we do have to fulfill a condition though. Okay, so let me take a look at the price action. Let me just minimize this because yes, the monthly support would be our resistance for the 5-day chart, okay? Around $32,200. So this is the most relevant area of my algorithm is actually based, this one here, the one that you're looking at here, the ARC substance indicator, is based on the most popular areas of resistance and support used historically throughout whatever time frame that you're in. Okay, so it takes into consideration everything that we've done historically speaking, right? And then it gives you, based on the current price action, which resistance and which support would be the most relevant for the area that we're currently sitting on, right? So in this case, the next relevant area would essentially be 32,200. It is fluctuating as we speak because it's real-time analysis, right? So this was 294, it's now 273, right? So I want to express here that this bottom support here, this would be the weekly resistance. So below this 5-day support of I know it's a little hard to read here, but I'll just put it just like this, 26,624. Closing any candle with an 8-hour or maybe even a 4-hour candle below this area would definitely encourage us to fall into about the, I would say just under $25,000, about $24,009, located at the weekly support, right? So definitely know that this is essentially a very critical area to keep ourselves aware of. 26,624. We don't want to fail that, or else 25,009 or 24,009 could be next. Okay, you guys. So now let me go ahead and just take a look at volatility versus momentum here, because there is a potential. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me look at the daily now. Okay, so this is strength coming in from the bulls, right? I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So first of all, daily volatility, we're critically contracted here, and it looks like the EMA 7 is starting to pivot towards the upside. So this would be the likely moving average to start moving first before the 14-day. All right, so now let's just go ahead and take a look at what supports we have below us, right? So let me actually see. This is a huge reaccumulation here, okay, you guys? It's not looking bad whatsoever, okay? So now as we go down in the time frames, yeah, it looks like it's starting to kind of put that setup in the shorter time frames. Definitely a reaccumulation formation here. So it's looking pretty good. Hold on just a sec. We're going to continue. All right, starting in the 4-hour, guys, there is an immediate upside that we can actually look at. So for short term, right? So yeah, very likely in the shorter term time frame, we can actually see an up thrust to about, let's go ahead and give it just about the target. Let's see. Let me bring up a fib, and I'm going to validate that without actually eyeballing it just like that, right? So I'm going to bring it up just like this from the current 4-hour iteration that we're on presently, right? So if we were to see a continuation to the upside, very, very likely for us to actually touch down within the area of the 2-spot 618 at 28,425 to about the 3-spot 272 at 28,559. Okay, so this is there. It looks like there's a play happening right now for the immediate short-term time frame. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. This is immediate resistance here. Upon meeting this resistance, very likely we can actually come back down to the 1-spot 618 at 28,219 support here before a continuation to the upside. Okay, so and this can actually be solidified within the next few hours. Okay, but it would just be another kind of leg up before actually finding the upper term time frame legs up, right? So this is good. Definitely good to consider, guys. One more thing. Let me just look at the ADX in the DMI, right? So, and okay, bulls are still in control. Actually, trending market is still within the bulls territory on the daily. Very likely going to see that change. Okay, yeah, the bulls are actually starting to make their move here on the 4-hour, just like we're talking about. Very likely starting right now. Okay, so right now the ADX is sitting at 18%. It's definitely doing its ebb and flow as the bears start to lose strength. So yeah, guys, very likely an upside move from here. Bi-hourly time frame, notice this. Bi-hourly time frame, the bulls are already starting to cross the bears. So this is, yeah, there's likely an upside to look at right now. Okay, you guys. So that's going to do it for ticker symbol BTC. Keep an eye on your macro time frames. Keep an eye on your targets, right? So failure beneath that 26,000, failure beneath that level on the daily substance indicator, which was the weekly resistance. I'll show it to you one more time. Okay, just like this here. Let's get right into that. Oh, I'm sorry, I pulled up the wrong substance. This is the one. There we go. We're modifying it. It's not quite ready for public release just yet. As you can see, the targets are now actually further out from in here. So we're still getting it together, right? So yeah, beneath let's see where we are. Where are we? And actually, did we look at that in the 8-hour? One more time, guys. Sorry about that. I forgot where I looked at it. I hate having just one chart for everything, as I don't typically look at BTC in during the week. I'm focused primarily on. Oh yeah, that's right. So failure of the $26,900 level, guys. That's going to be dangerous here. This failure right here. We don't want to fail 26,600 because it'll take us to 24,009. There we go. All right, now I remember. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of a hiccup there, but it's done and it's ready. So this is the target that we're looking at. Upside targets, if we do maintain our posture right now, create a support out of the 28,558, very likely going to continue on to the upside for a few days to meet about 32,000 bucks, maybe even 31,007. Okay, so right around there is what we're looking at. Okay, you guys. So now, that is it for ticker symbol BTC. And let's go ahead and continue on the analysis now and see what we have in store for us. Okay, so the next ticker we're going to look at is ticker symbol SDC. Okay, so I'm not sure actually who recommended this ticker, but yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at it no matter what. Guys, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and please remember that there are still a few seats left for the ArcMasters trading course. So make sure to check out that email in the description below and get to it, right? So let me just go ahead and make sure that we can actually look at this ticker the right way, right? So very interesting price action here. Hold on. What was that ticker? SDC. I'm going to load up a new chart and see if I can gain my... Yeah, that's very curious. Hold on just a sec, you guys. What is going on with my charts? Something weird is happening here, but it's all good. Right. Okay. So yeah, let's take a look at SDC. Let's load up some tools over here so that we can understand where the possibilities are for us, right? So now the chart beneath this, let me see what this one has for me. Curious. I wonder if I just got updated right now. The reason why I'm asking is because I am not seeing my log. I'm not I'm not seeing my logarithmic chart right down here where it's usually located, right? So I wonder, man, these guys always just update without notifying nobody. All right, so yeah, let's load up stochastic momentum as well. And what else do we have here? Okay, so let me load up the RSI, and then we'll see what this ticker has in store for us. This was a ticker that was actually requested the last time now, if I remember correctly. And yeah, so look at this. Snowdrifter saying it's all good Friday. It definitely is. So skip it, Arca. Get to the good one. Did somebody actually ask me for this here? SDC. Are you serious? All right. Here we go. We're gonna have some fun right now. Then, all right. So let's do this. Since there's kind of just a little bit of us here, we're gonna make a poll. Okay, so let's vote it. Let's go ahead and do this and add the option. Are we actually no? You know what? Let's just go ahead and keep the option out, and let's just put it up like this. We're going to decide all together, okay, you guys? So I'm just going to title it Skip SDC with a question mark, and here you go. Start the voting right now, my team. Let me know if we're going to make it or not. Start the vote. So Skip SDC, yes or no? I am waiting for you before we continue on to the next one. Let's give it, let's see, 1 to 2 minutes, and then we will move on, right? So... already the public is saying 75% yes. Look at Mr. Levis is dead on. Destiny's saying skip it too. I don't know. Did somebody actually request it? It was actually requested the last stream, right? As sometimes I try to put in the tickers that were previously requested. So guys, as you're coming in, are we skipping SDC? Yes or no? So go ahead and vote in the poll right there. We're only going to give it about a minute, and then we shall continue. So chat, dive in right now. Did any of you in the chat right now live, did you request SDC to be a ticker, for evaluation? Oh my goodness. I won't mind if someone requested it, LOL, but since there's no one, we can probably skip it. Dude, for real. Mr. Levitz. Nah, man, you're the best, bro. So it's already 86%. I think the majority of everybody kind of voted, right? So it's looking 88% already. Man, it's going. I don't even know what's the deal with that ticker. 89% saying skip SDC. All right. So if you haven't voted, the poll is going to end in 5 seconds. Okay, 5, 4. We have 3, 2, and 1, and over. Guys, look at that. Go ahead and take a look at that. That is a clean, very, very clean. Hold on just a sec. 90. My goodness, that is ridiculous. 91%. What's up, Miss L? Good to see you here in the chat. Always good, right? So, actually, hold on just a sec, guys. I'm trying to make sure that my mic doesn't explode in my face right now. So let me just take into consideration what the hell's happening with my connection. Here we go. All right. So yes, we're skipping SDC. So let me just make sure to put right down here in my notes that we're skipping it. Right. So that is that. And now, all right. So if anybody here in the chat, did anybody actually request SPCE in the chat right now? Let me know. If that's not the case, then we're just going to start another poll right now. We're going to have some fun, right? Because we don't have everybody. We don't have everybody here in the chat like we always do, right? Good Friday, guys. We're the degenerates right here, just celebrating Good Friday by looking at tickers. all good in the hood, right? So here we go. We're going to start another poll. All right. So is it a dangerous ticker? SPCE. All right. Here we go. Ask the community. All right, guys, start your voting right now. We're going to go ahead and see if we want to skip SPCE or not. Yes or no? Oh, that sucks. Destiny. Hey, we're stopping this thing right now. Destiny said that she does not want SPCE skipped. Was that really you, Destiny? And Destiny, are you actually long this ticker right now? Destiny, guys, is a master student of mine. Of course, we're going to have to make sure to favor her, right? Oh, my goodness. So, guys, if you love Destiny, you're going to say, no, don't skip SPCE. Oh man, that really sucks, you guys. I'm gonna have to give her at least something. Look at everybody's going against SPCE. That sucks. Oh no. Oh my goodness, what the heck is going on? You savages. Savages. Oh goodness gracious, you guys. All right, hold on, guys. That was actually a request in here. All right, so we don't want to. Let's do it for Destiny. Yes, we do have to do it for Destiny. Okay, let me end the poll right here. Okay, guys, I'm sorry about this poll. Let's just do it for Destiny because we love Destiny. All right, so so you can see, Destiny, that we all love you, right? So let's just go ahead and look into it real quick, guys, and make sure to move on to the next one. But while we do, let's see. I don't remember which other one, right? So let's do this. We're gonna start the poll off. We're gonna start shaving off some of the tickers from the list and see, right? So I'm gonna throw one out there. Okay, I'm gonna throw AMC in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and start a poll and see if AMC is actually gonna be a yes or a no, right? So AMC. Okay, so skip AMC. Let's ask the community now. Let's start shaving them off. Okay, so let's look now, guys. Go ahead, start voting. Are we skipping AMC or not? So let's go ahead and start off with SPCE while we do that. Okay, so that is going to be 8:46 p.m. So as soon as I'm done with this, we'll finish the poll with AMC, and then we shall continue. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Okay, perfect. All right, so 12-hour look. Whoa. All right, guys, listen, man. Were we skipping on a very important opportunity here? We were about to mess up because it looks like SPCE could actually be making a pretty serious little something there for us. Let's see. You're having trouble loading or use a microphone. Okay, dismiss. Man, stop. What the heck is going on? My goodness. Here we go. All right. I'm not exactly sure what the heck is going on with my mic, but as long as I can still be heard, you guys still hear me, right? Am I still being heard clean? Is it still clean? All right, I just want to make sure that my voice is coming through okay, because for some reason I'm getting some errors over here, and we want to make sure that those errors are solidified before we continue, right? So, geez, what the heck is going on? You guys still hear me? Mark Roach saying that you can hear me. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. Not bad. Okay, so to replace it with a BRDS. All right, let me put in. You mean replacing AMC, right? So we'll leave it in there, and we'll try to see. I mean, look at AMC though; it's got a 50% right now, man. That's because AMC is a massive freaking ticker. Goodness gracious! So if you are new to the chat, make sure to vote. Make sure to put in your vote right now for that ticker, right? So I don't know if I said hi to you, Miss L, but it's very good to see you here. I hope everything is chilling over there. I hope everything is good, right? Copacetic. All right, so let me load up my microphone settings one more time. I'm happy that you can still hear me, but the problem is that I can't actually hear myself, but I still have my voice to hear myself, right? So I may just have to take my headphones off and do the damn thing. So this is actually the little application that's giving me a huge nightmare right now. But all right, so it is what it is, guys. I'm going to take off my headphones and continue on the analysis now. Damn it! All right, so yeah, let's do it. So now SPCE could be setting up something interesting. Okay, so we have massive trend right now. Unfortunately, the trend is favoring the bears. Okay, but definitely notice that we're definitely way oversold over here in the stochastic momentum, and we're critically expanded here. Okay, so usually sometimes when this tends to happen, there could be a potential upside move coming in. Okay, so let's just see if we can validate or if we can kind of favor that, right? So let me just kind of bring this right down here, just like this, right? Just so that we can have more visibility into our raw price action. Had a good tweet for SPCE. Oh, I actually, AIB, can you actually let me know what that tweet was? Can you just tell me really quick what he said? Because I'm not sure. This is actually a request, and I'm looking at it based on just someone's request, right? So so chat, if you guys are new, go ahead and vote. Are we skipping AMC as for the analysis or not. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Anyway, so yes, let's start to validate this. Okay, so 30-minute immediate short-term time frame. I want to see what the momentum does in the 30-minute. Right. So let's see. Momentum is actually starting to pitch to the upside for the bulls. We do have some support from the RSI above the 14-day simple. Very good. And we still have an upside pivot here on the momentum. Okay, so that's already looking not bad at all. SPCE on the bi-hourly upside pivot. A little bit of weakness here from the bulls on the 3-day exponential moving average from the stochastics oscillator. We still have an upside pivot on the RSI. That's all good too. And it looks like the DMI is actually starting to favor the bulls just a little bit. We have an upside coming in soon while contraction is happening. All right, so now we're gonna continue puzzling this up and see what we have. Okay. 8-hour time frame consolidation, 8-hour time frame setup here though, which is cool. Here's what I can say on the 6-hour time frame is if we do start getting this the bulls to pitch to the upside with this trending market alongside stochastic momentum upside pivot and a contraction phase beginning, very likely SPCE can make a pretty substantial move to the upside. And it could be in the shorter time frame. So probably one more day of consolidation before a potential liftoff here. So SPCE, I'm curious to see what the let's see. Oh, not bad. Actually, this is not bad at all. So this is 882.8 million on that market cap and a 217 million share float. That's not bad at all. It's like borderline small cap, right? So this could actually be kind of a safe play-ish. You know what I mean? So that's not oh, I did say hi. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that this is not bad whatsoever, you guys. There could be a setup here. Okay, so now let me look at the bi-daily and the 3-day. Let's see. We have, okay, so critical volatility, everything is still, yeah, what it's not, I'm not seeing an immediate upside here, Destiny, but what I am seeing here is a potential reaccumulation phase for, I would say the next maybe 3 days, maybe 4 days. The thing is that it's kind of a slow mover, right? So, and actually, if we can actually lift this up, let me see if I can pull it up on the scanner and see what it has as an average true range, right? Because this could be another answer for us, right? So SPCE and the average true range, it's 34 cents. So it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of a slow mover here. Okay, so and also the average volume over the 10 days is about 9 million. Okay, so it is moving slowly. If there is some type of catalyst on its way, then maybe, right? But what this would need is actually just more volume, right? So it's looking not bad. 1, 2, 3. There is, I mean, these bear flags could be better at solidifying after maybe one more bear flag, but it's just price discovery right now. This thing has never gone, or has it? Is that one candle already? Oh my goodness, that's really a bad sign. Okay, so I'm not saying that we can actually reach 182. In fact, nothing is suggesting that at all. I'm just saying that since we're not in price discovery, then there's always kind of like a flash sell-off that can happen within this, right? So everything is kind of suggesting consolidation followed by upside, right? So there's no real signs of a continuation to the downside because everything is oversold, right? So maybe consider. If it were personally me, I would actually try to get out from this because of the slow mover thing. And if it does move just like 4% to the downside, then it could leave you at 4% negative for a while before continuing on to the upside, right? But it's setting up something, just not now. It could be another few days, maybe potentially into the end of next week. Okay, so. But if there is a good catalyst coming out of this, then that could invalidate everything that I just said and send this thing to the upside. Okay, so keep an eye on this. Okay, not a problem, Destiny. I got you. So let's go ahead and now move on to the next one, guys. So if you haven't voted for skipping AMC, do it now. What's up, Cal? Saying subscribes. What I missed, dude. So I don't know. What did you guys think? The only upside plays that we're looking at for now are actually BTC. right? We definitely have a huge run for BTC. Absolutely facing a potential $2,000 move to the upside. I'm sorry, maybe a $3,000 move to the upside, around there, right? So this man, we just it is very likely, to be honest, to be perfectly honest with you, dude. It's very likely. This is sitting at like 28,003, man, and we're way above the target where I would consider failure. Substance at about 26,600. Failure of this target here, 26,600. That would actually send us to about 24,009. Right about here, right? But dude, we're way above that. And actually the support, that the resistance that we want to turn into support is right up here, 28,005. This would be that area to just catapult this thing a few $1,000 to the upside. Huge gains, dude. What? BTC looking silly. Man. Oh, good times. All right, you guys. So we're going to give AMC one more shot here, all right? So we're going to go ahead and finish the voting off for AMC as soon as we have ARQQ down, all right? So if you haven't voted for AMC, skip. Go ahead and take care of that, throughout the duration of ARQQ. So let me put a quick note over here that we are, in fact, starting this ticker now, right? So let me do this. Let me. Okay, and I also just want to make sure that I'm not absolutely clipping everywhere. And let's see. All right. Okay, so ARQQ, you guys, we were looking at a potential something happening with this, right? But it is kind of taking forever for it to happen. My goodness. All right, so it looks like we actually, the loading zone was way down here at 120, and it looks like the lowest we got was about, what was it? So the low was 122. Damn. All right, so it came just short of our loading zone. I'm not sure if you actually if you guys got to get long this ticker, but there is a potential here. Aiden Davis, what is good, man? What up? Good to see you here, man. And I saw you comment actually, so thank you for sharing your good vibes on that. I think it was COSM maybe, right? So all good. All right, so. All right, you guys. So please remember that the vote is up there. Are we skipping AMC or not? Make sure to cast your vote. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue with ARQQ because there could potentially be something happening within this ticker. As you can see, we're starting to get an upside pivot here from the 7-day exponential and clearly from that 14-day, as well as this massive contraction phase starting, right? So let's go ahead and pull up that DMI indicator and see what we have for ARQQ. All right, so very curious here that we're actually starting to see the downtrend here from the bears, right? So also for the bulls a little bit is just indicative of losing volatility, right? So if that's the case, you guys, we definitely need some type of saving grace here soon for ARQQ, as it looks like it's slowing down, in fact. All right, so let's go ahead and validate 30-minute immediate short-term time frame, just like we always do, right? Let's see what it's got. Okay, so everything is definitely tightening up here. And sometimes that could be indicative of a potential up run, right? So this could arguably be a symmetrical triangle too. So that's, it can be played both ways, but after an uptrend, this symmetrical triangle turns into a continuation formation, which would kind of favor the bulls in this case, right? So that would be pretty good. But we still have some negative reads here in the immediate short term. Let's go to the bi-hourly and see what we have. Okay, so bi-hourly still has bear pressure coming in. So if we do have downside, let me see the 15-minute. 15-minute crossing above the 14-day simple hourly, trying to make that cross as well. Let's see the bi-hourly. Okay, consolidation on the bi-hourly. Let's see the 6-hour with a downside. Okay, so the downside looks like it actually wants to come back down and test. You know what? I have to load up the new iteration for the averages. So if I do have any of the master students in here, you will be receiving this particular indicator, which is the ARC averages, right? So the ARC averages has just been updated today. So this is now, these are all of the moving averages that I use personally. You can enable them or disable them as you please, right? So the SMA 10 through the 200, EMA 7 through the 50, right? So then you can, I also added, this is the new addition, I added I added this flexibility here, so you can customize your own SMA crossovers or whatever, right? As well as your EMA, and I also included the possibility of looking at your volume-weighted moving averages as well. Okay, so and also with display buttons. So one more thing that I did add is the visibility for a golden cross, as I'm actually not seeing it right now. I still have to update the code before I release it, but it's for you guys. All right, you guys. So just know that that's for the master students, and it's coming to you soon. All right, so 6 hour momentum. Continuing on with that, the bears look like they want to take it, man. Okay, we have downside pressure on that RSI, which could be indicative of potentially testing. You know what? Let me pull up the EMA 9 and 7, as that could very likely be one of those triggers, right? So let me display the EMAs right over here and get rid of the ones that I actually don't need, right? So just EMA 7 and 9 are the ones that we're going to look at and see what we have in its potential, right? So just like this, and let's move right. Oh man, so there's resistance. Okay, you guys, so there's resistance from the 6 hour moving averages. That's not too good of a sign, and could be indicative of actually coming back down to test the area first. I would say very likely for us to test the area of about 125. It's a range though. Okay, so just like this. Let me draw it in as a range just like this for you guys to kind of remember if you want to refer back to this, right? So very likely we can touch 125 to 122, and it's yet again the 122 target that I was looking at earlier still, right? So from the 3-day perspective. So I'm still favoring this right here, although it's seeming like it wants to kind of accumulate here before an upside. And the upside, why? Because of the upper term time frames, guys. This is why. It's just because the buy daily has a massive upside thrust. The 3-day is barely starting that upside thrust, so something could be in line fundamentally. Okay, so I'm just kind of putting it out there that it's slow moving right now, but if there is a fundamental catalyst in play, then there could be that possibility. In the buy daily, maybe there is a herpy derpy, right? So let me look at the daily actually. We can say that this is the shoulder forming, especially if we're suggesting. Didn't we say this before too? When I looked at it, 122 to 125 could be that loading zone again. ARQQ, my average is actually 124 on this one, I believe, and I'm still long this ticker. So I'm barely up, right? So I'm actually long Ethereum too, just to be completely clear. I'm up like 2% or 3% on that, and this I'm up like 1% or 2%. It's an inverse herp and derp. Yeah, I'm looking at it too, buddy. Do you think we could actually make it happen though? So if this thing actually did make the inverse herpy derpy happen, then we can measure it like this. Okay, so ARQQ, let's take a trend line from let's connect our shoulder first, right? So let's see. Could it be? Hold on just a sec, you guys, because this could actually be a downside neck, just like this here, right? So could it be that? Could it be this one? Actually, it's this one right here. Very nice. Okay, the closing of this candle here, support, good deal. Okay, so in fact, we can actually modify this just a little bit to maybe favor these or this one right over here. Okay, so this is very likely our neckline here. A lot of people tend to look at the necklines horizontally. Right? There's no right or wrong answer. It's just I feel like I can gain some more flexibility by doing it this way. So just like this, we take a trend line from the top of the, from the lower end of the head all the way to the top of the neckline, and then we apply this to the breakout point, which could be the center of the shoulder, right? So right around here, and it would be indicative of maybe the 1.618 at around 193, 191. Okay, so if that is the case, then very likely this can actually give us a range here, just like this to about this area right here where the candles are meeting. Okay, so this would be our resistance range per psychological measures and also geometry, right? So 189 to 202 could be that target, and I definitely see this happening in the later part of the week, in the coming week. Okay, so Kal-El saying been faked out too many times by price action herpy derpies. Guys, that is absolutely a true statement. I would not take that lightly, okay, because this formation itself has a very low hit rate. We would actually have to validate this with several other tools, right, including momentum, maybe take a look at volatility. If we are increasing in volume, like what are the positives here for this ticker, right? So keeping all those things in mind can help validate a formation like this. So don't only look at the formation as a validator for a continuation to the upside, right? So in fact, I am still looking at a downside here, potentially to 122 to 125, 125 being the more likely target to hit before a support touch, and a continuation to the upside. What happened to I don't know, I don't care. So let's go ahead and continue. I'm getting the what happened to so much in my comments now. All right, you guys. So yeah, so please remember just to make sure to practice your risk management here. Okay, Demarcus Cousins saying, "What up, Arca? I see the BRDS tab on the top. Are you going to cover it today?" Right. We're dude. Have you voted for the AMC vote? Yes or no? That's going to tell us right now if we're going to be able to skip AMC or not. So we're still at 51% yes or skip it, and 50 and you know, of course. So guys, what are we doing? Are we skipping AMC or not? New visitors, please go ahead and cast your vote right now so that we can make sure to add BRDS or not. So it is kind of dependent on that right now, right, you guys? So if you have not voted, then that's okay, but we're going to go ahead and, okay, so the votes are still coming in right now. Man, it's not looking too good for BRDS, my bro. All right, so as the votes are actually favoring AMC, 51%, you guys, that's ridiculous. That's incredible, you guys. Look at this. WB saying BRDS. 50-50. Guys, here it goes. Okay, we're going to do, in 5 seconds, we're going to end a poll for AMC, all right? So we're going to count down from now. All right, 5. Make sure to vote if you want AMC skipped or not. Okay, so we're going to end it in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the voting has ended for ticker symbol AMC. Let's go ahead and look at the results right now, you guys, and see what it had for us. All right, so, oh my God. So skipping AMC says no, 52%, and yes, 47%. So it looks like we are not skipping AMC, guys. We're definitely looking at it. So it's going to leave BRDS at the end of the list, and we'll continue on the analysis here. Powerlifter, what's up, man? Saying, yo, Arca, the Orca fam, just finished training and wanted to stop in and hit the like button. My dude, thank you so much. Hope you're well as well. Okay, so liking the SPY analysis is lining up with yours. Nice. I love it, dude. I love to hear that consistency, right? So let's go ahead and continue on the analysis, guys. We have to take a look at ticker symbol FOA next. What the hell is this, guys? Wow. Oh my goodness in heaven. Look at that. Huge price action here from this ticker, right? Wow. Oh, wow. Let's go ahead and just start this off. Let's load up some tools right here. Actually, you know what? Most importantly, let me make sure to have it in my notes that we are, in fact, starting this damn ticker. All right. So. All right. So let's go ahead and load up the BBWP. We're going to go ahead and keep the stochastic momentum as well and see what else we have. Okay. So, damn, these little tiny pivots don't always do it right, just like this right here. So it just kind of came down just ever so slightly, and then boom. Could it be happening for FOA? This is a very interesting. No. Ask Mr. Levitz, we cannot skip FOA because this was a moderator request. So as the moderators help us out so much, I cannot actually do that to our moderators. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure to get this covered. Okay, so we actually need to speed on through these things, man. All right, so I love chatting with you guys, by the way. All right, so Lil AR-15, you have Baba calls? No way. Actually, well, you know what? I would definitely probably agree with that, right? Since the broader markets are not looking too bad in the coming days. All right, so good call on that, man. Just make sure to, I'm sure you know what you're doing. All right, so be very careful. All right, so. Actually, oh my goodness. Okay, so there's something dangerous happening here already. Okay, you guys, I want you to notice this on the 12-hour time frame. as let me see this. Are we absolutely above? Damn it, we are. Okay, so this is a very slight. This is a little bit of a danger zone. Okay, I want you to look at what's happening here. Okay, so just like this, we'll connect the dots. Okay, so what you are looking at here is a divergence, right? So the divergence is the opposition of price action versus momentum. So in this case, when you're looking at the top side pivots, making a higher low, right, or a lower high, sorry, and you're making a higher high here, that usually indicates hidden bullish divergence. Okay, so that can present a pretty interesting downside here. Of course, it's already started and it's continuing, but it's not always the end all be all answer. Okay, because this thing at any moment could catch some of the FOMO that are waiting around that 168 area to about that 178 area, and then this thing can actually rip to the upside. Okay, so there is already just a little bit of a warning here. Okay, I just want you to look at that for now. Okay, because there, I mean, let's see. Yeah, and it's actually just one. No, there's a few of them. Damn it. Okay, so this is regular regular bearish divergence here. Okay, so this one connected to this area making a higher low or lower high, sorry, and then this one here making a higher high. This is now regular bearish divergence. So now we have two apparent drives, okay? And I can actually see a few more of regular bearish divergences kind of starting to stack up here. Okay, that doesn't always mean anything when you're actually involving FOMO and a psychologically impaired buying session, right? So anyone who buys FOA looks like they're about to get BBIG. Damn. Has this really made that kind of 119 to 226? That's pretty, guys, that's overextension like crazy. Okay, so just so you know where that rejection was, let's draw a trend line right across so you can see that it came right to that resistance, and it was the lows of let's see, May 2nd, 2022. Right, so this is it would be a very likely area to find a resistance. Although I would have to mention here that there is a series of higher highs being built. Right, it doesn't mean anything unless we can actually validate this, right? But it would be something like this, of course. But we can see that the top side was there, lining with these top sides right over here too, right? So what you're looking at here is a right-angled broadening wedge. Okay, a right-angled broadening ascending wedge. Okay, so that's not always the most bullish thing in the world, right? Because it could be played both ways. Okay, but it is. Let's see the count on the resistance touches. 1, 2. Oh God, no way. Let's get really close on this. I want to make sure that we are not about to capitulate on this. Okay, so oh my goodness. Oh God, guys. All right, so I would have to express a serious danger here, okay? Because my students know that the third test of the resistance is usually the kind of the capitulation test, right? So you're looking at test number 1, 2, and this would be 3, and this would actually suggest the biggest capitulation of all. But I mean, I would also keep into consideration this though, okay? Because this is just technical, like rules, right? They're just technical rules. It has nothing to do with involving a psychological buying like event, right? In fact, it would be more of a gamble than anything. So if you weren't in already from like 146 or 150, then chances are that you would probably get caught or something here. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing as far as the volatility versus momentum. We have a massive upside pivot barely starting on that buy daily, and we just entered critical volatility here, and it's very significant. Okay, so also please notice your RSI. Okay, notice your RSI is absolutely ripping, and it's definitely in the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile, very likely to actually continue pushing up. Okay, but also as it pushes up, very likely other people out of fear are going to want to just take their gains here too. Okay, so this is going to be a real psychological battle. Okay, so now let's look at other metrics. Okay, so maybe the immediate actually, you know what, from here we can see the ADX, and yeah, here we go. Wow. Okay, so we're at about 19% on the ADX. and the bulls have taken absolute control. Okay, so this I would really like to see the ADX at 25% minimum, right, in order for us to validate a trending market for the bulls. Only because we're up here does not mean that it's trending market, okay, you guys? So now let me look at this perspective on the daily. The daily is showing us a little bit better here. We're at about 23%, and we're getting very we're getting overextended here, okay? Usually when people are overextended here, entries start to minimize, okay? So now let's look at the 12-hour. 12-hour absolutely suggesting trending market for the bulls with an immediate short-term pullback. Okay, so if we do face a pullback here, this is kind of a huge distance to the 14-day simple moving average, and we're starting to get a pivot to the downside here on the 12-hour. Okay, so if we do face that pullback, like I said, about 169 to maybe even 176 could be an area, right, for a support. But please remember that as we drop, stop losses are being triggered, and also FOMO from the short sellers are starting to acquire or starting to gain entry, pressuring this thing to the downside, right? So what I'm trying to say here is that it's very difficult to read when there's so much psychology behind it, right? So 8-hour time frame, let's see what it's got. 8-hour time frame as well, trending market for the bulls. We're way above that 25 percentile of the ADX. Very, very tiny pivot. You know, I don't like these pivots. They usually fail. We could be looking at a downside here, but then it faces an upside. Right. So, and there's also a little bit of loss of strength here on the stochastic momentum 8-hour. Okay. So I wouldn't trust to gain entry too much here, guys, because I feel like this is more of a gamble than anything. Right. So we're getting up and down and up and down and up and down, like suggestions from every time frame. Okay, so that could actually be kind of crappy, right? So yeah, let's take a look at that, my dude. So I think it would be I don't think it's called cash flow in here, but we can do the free cash flow. Okay, so damn, it is increasing, right? But it is also kind of the increase that you have here is it's not wide enough, right? So which makes me feel that this is also algorithmically trying to shake out people or trying to create a liquidity grab here. So it is a nice, damn it, dude. This is what I mean, dude. This is what I mean. It's just what happened in the price action from this area here. If we're kind of back testing it. Right, so the jump from about 322 mil to about 421 mil was the span or the price action from an average $2.27 to about an average of $1.86. Okay, so that deficit is not too. It's pretty large is what I'm trying to say. So here, 119 to 226, and we barely have this. If it screams algo to me, it really does scream just heavy like manipulation in a sense, right? So another thing to notice here is that the ADX is absolutely trending market here as well for the bulls, right? But still, we still have a little bit of pullback happening. So I would stay away, guys. I would stay away from this. Okay, so me personally, because of it being just massively overextended at this point. Okay, so and this cap is just going to continue growing too. So I'm sure it's just, man, it's 121 million to 31 million float. It's just the ratio is already kind of off. Let's look at the earnings on this thing too. So it's had more earnings misses than it has beats. And it looks like the next, maybe in May, the next earnings is coming up. But why is it moving though? Did someone give this a good review or something? Finance of America names Graham Fleming, okay, as chief exec. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, so it was actually just a staff. All right, so is this actually a good thing? I don't know anything about that guy either. So does that guy have a good track record from his previous companies? Has he actually made succession out of the previous managements that he's taken on? Sorry, I have a question here coming in, right? So Mr. Levitt saying risky market for a lender right now, yeah. And Christopher Cook saying, Arca, do you tend to read longer time frames as likely influencing shorter time frames, or vice versa? It really depends, actually. That's a good question. I tend to see it depends on the volume. I'm going to answer this very, very easily for you. It really depends on the stock. I don't favor the shorter time frames to influence the larger time frames unless it's absolutely called for. There are several situations to where I can invalidate that and validate it. Right? So as a very, very likely, in my general consensus, I tend to look at the shorter time frames affecting the larger. So maybe 60 to 70% of the time, I feel like the shorter would influence the larger. But the other times it would be conditional entirely. But dude, that's an incredible question. No one's really asked me that before. Very observant of you, Christopher. Thank you. So, yeah, you guys, I would stay away from this ticker. Let's go ahead and move on, though. Okay, so just remember that my targets down are already looking at about that. I forgot what I said, right? So let me just give it to you one more time. About the range of 167 to about 155 could be that support. Okay, but we don't know if this thing's gonna rip to the upside or not. This is really tough, okay, you guys. So we're trying to read FOMO here. We're trying to read psychology. There's no way we're gonna do that. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to the ticker symbol YVR, and that's gonna be, let's see. I got it on my notes now. Perfect. And now let's just go ahead and load up our tools here. Yeah, guys, very interesting. I'm wondering if any of you are behind your screens right now. Can you tell me if you can see your option for log down here? Because I am, for some freaking odd reason, I am not getting that. Right? So that's usually something that I have, right? It's just I would be able to choose my log here. So what's going on? Did they change log to adjacent? Oh, let's see what the difference is. Jeez. I actually can't even undo it. Very curious. Laughing my ass off. I was just hunting for it. They removed it. Right click price scale on the right. Oh, what? You got to be kidding me, dude. They put it over here. Where is it? All right. I hate it. I hate it. I hated that they would do that. My goodness. So easy to just go there. Now, and like there's no like preset either, so I really need to hunt for it now. So thanks, dude. Thanks, by the way. I hate it so much. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and oh my goodness, guys, YVR looking super juicy, right? Super overextended. No, I mean, yeah, I mean it's obvious, right? It's overextended and actually potentially creating a shooting star and all that stuff. But volatility and momentum are looking nice. Let me just open up this window, guys. It's getting hot in here. YVR messed me up. Mark Roach, are you the one trading Are you the one trading YVR? Or who was it that actually suggested that for me to look at it? Because it's oh no, sorry, not YVR, FOA. I'm talking about FOA. Who was the one that actually got me to look at it? Sebastian, are you long that already? All right, please let me know, dude. Are you in the money? I hope you are, man. Mr. Levitt saying I'm in a mood to skip tonight. I'm in a skip mood tonight. Sebastian, you better be in the money, bro. All right, so yeah, guys, let's just. I mean, if this could actually make a pretty interesting situation, then we're gonna find out right now. We're gonna find out right now. All right, so. Oh man, this is yeah, let's pull up the ADX at this point because we definitely need to see this. We definitely need to see it now. Okay. And I hate that I'm loading up all these freaking stupid indicators. Okay, so I definitely need the RSI too. Okay, so YVR is definitely making a broadening descending wedge here, right? So, and in fact, there are now several. Oh man, hold on. Okay, hold on. It doesn't take too much of a freaking genius at all to actually look at this here. Okay, so please notice that these are several drives of bearish divergence loading and stacking here on the 12-hour. Okay, so this is already pretty dangerous. These are drives of hidden bearish divergence. Okay, so yeah, like that. This major pivot here as well. So as long as we are making those lower highs, right, then very likely this can. Yeah, guys, there's too many here. Momentum is definitely suggesting a continuation to the upside, but the 14 days simple is looking mighty far away from the RSI signal. Okay, so that could present a serious drop here. Very likely, if you're already long this ticker, okay, just listen. Okay, so if you're already long this ticker, there could be a chance for you to get out. Okay, so and this is what I mean. Okay, so let me pull up my arrows here and then take a look. Okay, so very likely for us to continue to the downside from this 2101 area to that to 20 to almost dead 20 cents, right? So right at about 20 cents, very likely we can actually see a bounce, but that bounce may be very limited, okay? Because there is a gap here, okay? Notice this gap. All right, so this gap has a resistance level of about 2205, okay? So this is what I'm talking about. That could be the resistance level for us to face a continuation to the downside to cover this gap, okay? To fill this. I mean, we already filled it, I get it, okay? But my point is beyond that. My point is actually to come back down it, right? Just like this. Then there could be another situation here to where we test the current highs or the current low at that 2101 area, right? And then this thing would actually make a real touch of that bottom support, this bottom support here, okay? So if that's the case, then we can see that touch right to that level there and then face a type of upside. But I don't know how long this is going to take, okay? But this is just me kind of giving you that analysis based on the price action, also based on the several bearish divergences here, and the possibility of having this RSI continue to the downside, right? So now let me look at a shorter time frame to see what it's got, okay? So, immediate short-term downside, already kind of validating what we're talking about, right? So the DMI is suggesting bears to be into strength, and we're still in a trending market. So if the bears succeed that upside from the green, from the bulls, right? So then it would be trending market for bears there. So that's already getting dangerous too, okay? So let's see here. Okay, bi-hourly crossing below the 14-day symbol, very likely a downside here, and it's starting to look like a short play, okay? So let me see the 6 hour. 6 hour, of course, we're facing that downside, right? So let me look at that 12 hour now. Same situation on that 12 hour. And the daily is suggesting that upside. Okay, so that upside that I'm looking at here, guys, could be very limited, and that's precisely what I mean here. It is maybe that bounce, or we continue to the downside, and this is the daily upside. Okay, so I don't. Of course, FOMO and psychology is gonna invalidate anything that I say in this situation. Of course. But playing it by, kind of playing it by ear, the way we're just looking at it right now, guys, it's pretty ready. And in fact, it may not actually be a broadening wedge. This actually may be a descending channel, which would be now bullish, right? But I'm talking about after it capitulates. So if that is the case, actually, that's not connecting too nicely. I was thinking it would be something like this, right? So where I see all these connectors here. So I was seeing that, but I'm not sure if this is too high for us to consider. So in fact, if we're way overextended, then could there... Oh, I see it. Right. So this is why we're facing a bounce. Yikes. Okay. So now this makes a lot more sense. All right, so the target that I was talking to you about, right, filling those gaps in the shorter time frames, that upside of daily could be to come back and validate the resistance level from the channel before continuing on to the downside. Okay, so I'm not trying to be bearish on this. It's just the daily is pretty overextended here, okay? In fact, everything is overextended. This could be a liquidity grab. Look how many... this is your proof here, okay? Look how many times it has done it. Okay, so we're talking about this move here. Let's just go over it real carefully, okay? So this down here to this wick right up here, liquidity grab, 44% to the upside, right? So huge liquidity grab down here. This would be another move to the upside, 44% to the upside. Almost exactly the same. I'm sorry, exactly the same. All right, so this move down here from this point to this point right over here, huge upside thrust, 55% catch, right? So this one too, right up here is another one, 44%. Right, so we have huge liquidity grabs within this thing. Now this is the largest one that I've seen thus far. I get it. I'm not sure if this is the end of it. All right, this is another one right over here. Right, so if we can go up to the top side of that, we have 80% on that one. Let's see if it matches something like this. Right now, this may be like 150% to the upside already or more. Let's see. So this upside here is about 170% to the upside, and it could be that liquidity grab as well. And the reason why I'm telling you that it could be a liquidity grab is because it's not ready for a breakout. It's only test number 2 of the channel. So if we need to validate the channel, then we would actually have to come back in, then come back and test it again. That would be test number 3, followed by the huge capitulation phase of test number 3, and then test number 4, true breakout. So this, in fact, is screaming liquidity traps. Okay, so as now it's starting to make sense with all of the bearish, the drives of bearish divergence. Also with the 3 touches of the resistance, the coming back down here and seeing the daily upside to the test of the resistance of this, like it's all kind of lining up now, guys. But again, I may be very wrong. I may be entirely just dead ass wrong here, right? But in my personal take, you guys, I think this is kind of done. And if it does have an upside, then they're going to be like, Arca, you were wrong. It went all the way to 42 cents, and then it went all the way down to 12. Right? But I wouldn't bank on that, guys. Whoever entered this thing at about that 13 cents is definitely chilling right now, making that move, even pulling out at 25 cents. Okay, so I'm not trying to be a bear on this. I'm just trying to show you my own kind of like perspective behind it, since I'm not able to mathematically back anything while I'm or back test it here while live, right? So yeah, let's just go ahead and kind of like put this one to rest right now. You know the play now. Okay, so I just think that there's a lot of confluence here, right, with the spike ups and with the liquidity grabs, as it is grabbing both the bulls and the bears. This thing is trapping everyone, like here, right? So you have a chop zone just like this, sideways trading. You stop out the bears, right? You stop out even the longs, you stop out the bears even at this upside here, and then it comes back down. Like it's like you're stopping bears and longs and everybody. Like everybody's getting tricked on this, right? So this is a very difficult ticker, right? So it's crazy. All right, you guys. So sometimes it's better. Sometimes look at that, Mr. Levis gave it a D-. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sometimes it's better to stay away from the psychologically impaired tickers, right, and move on to another one. Saying, oh yeah, bro, we're gonna trip you. You were wrong. Dude. All right, so I mean, dude, I get hit with those things all the time, bro. Like they say, Arca, you said what? You said it was gonna go up, and I'm like, guys, I also did say it was gonna go up like in 2 or 3 or 4 days, bro. It's literally 4 hours into the next day. I was getting a lot of questions regarding, for example, BAI was one, right? Not negative. I was just getting a lot of questions regarding the ticker because it was beyond my loading zone. It went lower than we thought, right? So I got a lot of questions in DMs and comments and everywhere, right? In Twitter, Discord, everywhere. People were asking me like, dude, do you think do you think actually it got invalidated because it's beyond your loading zone? I'm like, well, no, actually, I'm still long this and I'm just going to kind of hold, right? So BAI did make that move. So did GETY and whatever else, guys. But it doesn't matter. It's just whatever the chart suggests is just what I'm telling you. That's just all it is. I'm merely the messenger or the paper boy here, just delivering the paper to your doorstep. That's all. Basically, Amy saying all my longs are impaired. Damn it. Oh my goodness. But yeah, you guys. So let's just go ahead and end off. Ticker symbol YVR right there. But remember, I'm telling you 2 opportunities, right? So this opportunity right here to 22 cents. You would maybe have to weather the storm for another couple days before the daily time frame succeeds here to about 23.81. Which is very curious now that I'm looking at it, because if you zoom in, that 23.81 level has everything to do with like the downside of this. So if we're gonna face the resistance, of course, it would literally be like right here, right? And then we would face a downside. But if you're a very experienced trader, then you'd know that you don't cover right at the resistance, you cover under it, to some whatever value under that, right? So because this isn't the only area of resistance we have. We have this right over here that lines up perfectly to that wick low, but then we also have this one right down here that kind of comes in a little slightly lower, right? So there's a lot of play here, okay? There's a lot of trickery. All right, so then the other crazy guy is going to be like, well, if this one is a little lower, then I'm just going to look at this one right here coming in even a little lower, right? So you have a huge variety of fuckery here, okay, you guys? So keep an eye on your play, on your longs, okay? Make sure to respect your risk management. And yes, whoever asked me to take a look at TRKA, like I said, guys, I gave it a very quick look regarding my friend Spidey in the Twitter. He said, dude, there's something. He told me this day right here. He said, dude, there's something going on with TRKA. I think it's gonna break out of the wedge, right? And I'm like, really, dude? I feel like there's something. I feel like there's something going on here, bro. So there could be a upside play here. And I'm like, dude, it feels like it's just going to downside. And a lot of these times it could be liquidity grabs. Okay. So just be very careful. I mean, I'm not going to doubt you or whatever. And it did, it made an upside, right? And I'm like, dude, great call. So I hope that, I know a lot of people are actually holding Troika for a long-term play, right? But, if you're able to trade this one in and out, then it would be nice, right? So we were able to identify, and I forgot about this. I didn't make this drawing. I just loaded it up right now because somebody asked me earlier in the chat to bring it up. I forgot to look at this when I was speaking to him. I forgot to look at the fact that we have an ascending channel, and it does have just barely the second test. So this could be a shakeout, right? And there could be downside here. If there is the downside, then the range would be 21.98 to about 21.31, and then face an upside continuation. Okay, so as these types of moves, these quick flashes to the upside tend to happen when there's an incoming move, or something else is about to happen, right? So we start to get the flash wick down here, then we got an upside, right? So then we start to get these we got a huge flash wick to the upside here, and then the downside came in, right? So it doesn't always have to play out like this, and sometimes it is inversely, right? So in this case, we got a huge wick to the downside, breaking the market structure on the upside. And then we got that downside, right? So that's just what I mean. And this was huge trickery here, right? So this is actually arguably a very bullish signal for an upside continuation. It faked out everybody, in fact, from making a low about 31.70 to about 42.74. That's huge. That's a large amount of gain, and then it faked out, right? So in fact, everyone got, even me. I was like, dude, this looks pretty good, and we have minimizing bear pressure here, so it could actually make an upside. So what I'm trying to say in short is that this ticker is very tricky. It's not an easy ticker to trade. Okay, so in fact, I actually would keep this very, very simple, as this can actually present some serious losses, right? So let's see. Immediate short-term time frame support from that SMA 10 is already looking pretty good. Okay, so this I definitely like that, right? But it doesn't mean that we're going to move to the upside. It just means that we have a support, and since we have that SMA 100 right above us here at 27.13, this means that we could find a consolidation period. Oh, and in fact, look at this. This is consolidation, right? So the RSI is also giving us that potential. So we could be bouncing around this area. And since we are kind of making some this lower high structure here, there could be this lower high structure here, right? To find this support somewhere. It's not validated. I'm just telling you that could be a potential. Okay, so now 30-minute immediate short-term time frame is losing a little bit of that bull strength, but still pivoted significantly to the upside. Okay, so bi-hourly, let's see. Bi-hourly also losing a little bit of that bullish action too, and this could be in respects to the 200-day, 2-hour chart moving average. Okay, so the SMA 200 on the bi-hourly could be that resistance touch that we may be looking at. Okay, so 3071 from 29.24 on the buy hourly, so that already presents a little bit of a gainer there. We are facing the 50-day simple moving average resistance on the 6 hour, but still pivoted towards the upside very nicely. Okay, so if we do have this as an upside pivot, then we could be facing the resistance touch of okay, this is the range here, and it may be over at this area here. Okay, so 31.45 to 32.49 could be a resistance there. Okay, so now the 12-hour time frame, same situation here. We could be facing a very heavy amount of resistance here, and this is what I meant, guys. This is a golden cross. The averages, the ARC-As are now giving you a golden cross signal, right? So it labels it for you as soon as it happens. But the golden cross is actually still valid. Yeah, it's still valid. Yeah, not a problem. It hasn't crossed down just yet. Yeah, but we still have some upside here also because the 12-hour has the support from the SMA. Let's see, that's the SMA. I think that's the SMA 50. I forgot. I changed the colors, right? I'm just using the indicator that I would give you. Yeah, the 50. Okay, so SMA 50 resistance touch could be that 32 area again. Okay, so daily time frame suggesting a little bit of downside, but it's just sideways trading. Damn it. Okay, so. And then the buy daily also suggesting that resistance from the 14-day, giving this even more validity. Okay, you guys. So yeah, that I really do feel that would be over. Right on the 3-day time frame, it may even be shorter, maybe to around 29.35 or 29.40, right around there. Okay, so I don't believe this to be the upside that we're looking for TRKA. There could be a resistance touch and then coming back down to 21. And then from the 21, then we can actually see an upside. Okay, so that's essentially what I'm looking at here. Okay, you guys. So let's just go ahead and kind of end it off there with TRKA and move right along. Right. So AMC is next. Guys, oh my goodness, I don't believe it. We actually made it to AMC. No way. Oh my goodness, man. So I don't even remember what time I started this TRKA, but I'm going to put a quick guess right over there, whatever. And now I'm going to note that we're going to be starting AMC. My goodness, man. Oh, we got it. We actually made it, you guys. AMC. All right, so in this case, I am going to kind of start off with a new chart instead of looking at the other ones, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I just undid my logarithmic. Oh, there's a shortcut now. All right. Oh, hell yes. Nice. Was that option L? Yeah, nice. Yeah. All right, bro. So, I mean, I know you're running. So that's on Windows, it's Alt L. Cal. I don't know if you're already kind of chilling, bro, but Alt L or Option L on Mac actually gets you logarithmic versus not, right? So, logarithmic. All right, so, man, the price action sucks. Goodness gracious, but huge upside here. Oh, my goodness. Arca, please go over BRDS, even if it's for 1 minute. Ah, geez, man. You're putting me in such a terrible position here, bro. So 935 TRKA, thanks, bro. Oh, what did you do? Did you go back? Did you? I put 934 as a quick guess. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. All right, so I can see the regression. I can see the regression. This is just a huge fake out, right? So what I mean by all right, fine, man, that sucks because like look at this, IFRX and GMZ and SI. These were all requests from everybody here, bro. All right, so all right, man. But hold on. Geez, is that really it? Oof. Could it really be that it's making this? What is it? Hold on. I know there's a regression here. Guy, that would mean, okay, I'm going to say it out loud, okay? That would mean that I'm going to ignore every other request in order to get the damn poll up, okay? So, yes, I'll put it up, all right? But that sucks, okay? So, BRDS, yes or no, all right? And here's the community, all right, dude? So, here we go. We're asking. Put it up. Start voting. Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, let me focus in on AMC a little bit because there could be yeah, I'm saying okay, maybe I need to ignore this one here and look at this one here. Ooh, that's even nicer. Okay. All right. So I think I see it actually. This could be the situation happening right now. Okay. Okay, so we could be in a descending channel. And let's see. No, man, I can't put 4 tickers. Oh, you mean just to get the overall guess? I get you. Oh, my goodness. Hold on, I'm just trying to adjust my lines over here before I mess everything up for everybody. Right, so just like this. And I want to be as precise as I can be. Okay, no FUD. All right, you guys. Said Mark, you better not have voted, bro. Ah, man, good times, you guys. Oh my goodness, dude. Okay, so this is in fact what we're looking at. So can I combine that as let's see, test 1? Man, 1, 2. Wow, no way that it would actually do that. That's funny. I know that this was a catalyst because of the whole the split and all that stuff, right? I get it. But still, notice this, okay? Check this out. Test 1, right? Then we have closures of candles below the test here. So test 2, right? And can we? Oh, goodness gracious, dude. That is so funny. That is very funny. So this is test 3, capitulation. The golden rule of 3 actually making sense right now. And then we're on our way to test true breakout 5. Okay, so that doesn't always mean that we're going to break out on 4. I'm sorry, true test 4. Okay, that doesn't always mean that we're going to actually make the upside based on the test number 4. It just means that we have the test number 4 in the bag, but if it fails, we still have one more shot at that top. Okay, so so there could be, I mean, this is just facing the resistance of test number 4. Okay, so we could maybe, I know this thing is dead 50-50 right now. That's so ridiculous. Guys, oh, you guys are funny, man. Oh my goodness. All right, so like I said, guys, all right, so there could be a chance at this. Okay, so now let's start loading up our tools. This is the reason why I wanted to load up like just a new chart here, just a fresh chart for AMC, although I have like millions of them. All right, so all good. You don't even want to see the charts that I pulled up when I was it's rigged. Arca is manipulating it. Arca is shorting the longs right now. No way. Oh my goodness, dude, that's so funny. Arca, tell your son that daddy's gonna spend some more time with his subs tonight. Dude, guys, remember, this is not the last one. We still have to stream this weekend again. Remember, the markets are not open tomorrow, okay? And they're not open on Sunday as well, which is going to be our next stream. All right, so we're still good. All right, so yeah. Let me continue the analysis here. I'm getting mad distracted from AMC, as this was literally half the community asking for it. Okay, so yeah, let's continue it. Okay, so. Where did we start retracing from here? So 83%. That's not bad, and it does have a significant pivot to the upside on the stochastic oscillator. So that's pretty good. But do we have trending market for the for the longs? So more than likely yes. But oh no, we don't. 19%. The longs are still in control, but we're not at the 25% level, which would be a trending market, right? So we're still away from that, and in fact it's dropping a little bit. So let me look at other time frames to kind of get some type of validation here. Okay, we're at about 17%. It could be corrective here, and the bulls are definitely in control on the daily, very likely on the buy daily as well. Okay, so I mean, we are still in control, but the bulls are kind of diminishing just a little bit as well. And in fact, oh man, the buy daily is showing a freaking herpy-derpy right over here, guys. We have a shoulder here, we have a head and a shoulder right down here too, okay? So please remember that they are massive, massive fake outs, right? So let me just get rid of these. In fact, let me just actually use them and put it here. This is the right shoulder, you have the head, and then you also have the right shoulder here, okay? Or a collective group of shoulders. So now we can actually see a potential neckline here, okay? So it is very, it's slightly different than the channel, because remember, the channel, we're not trading it on the buy daily, it's being traded somewhere else. This actually could be the neckline from the herpy-derpy here. So let's take a trend line from the top side of it down to the lower end and get our price objective. Guys, you don't want to even know. That would be terrible. Why would that even suggest that? That's capitulation. That's like really, that's for real capitulation here. No way. I can't. Like I'm gonna bail. 215. Oh, geez, there's a gap there. Damn it. Okay. If that is the freaking case, then that would severely suck. And this is literally the January run-up. And of course, man, it would come back and bite us in the ass just years later when we were all greedy here, right? I'm talking about we as in you guys or whoever was longing it at that time, because I didn't even know what trading was in this area here. All right, so we have a gap. Oh my goodness, man. So now we have to freaking note it down, because this, we have to keep it. We'll validate the thesis, but this is not, I'm not saying that we're going there. We have to put it there because there's a stupid herpy-derpy over here spreading the herpes. Okay, we don't want any more herpy-derpies for AMC ever again. All right, so... man, hold on. No. This is a bear thesis all in all, okay? So, and it's only because the signals are suggesting it, okay? So, dude, that's terrible. It's clear as day, too. All right, but no, hold on. Let's continue on the analysis and see what we have over here, okay? I'm not going to try to force the trade because I do have a bias in this because I'm still long the dumb ticker. All right, so let's see. 18% no trending market, but the bulls are losing a little bit of strength here. No. All right, so immediate short-term time frame, 30-minute. We definitely have an upside here. Okay, so let me get rid of the DMI and add the RSI. So many letters here. Okay, so, all right, downside on the RSI for the 30-minute. Buy hourly, let's see. Buy hourly, come on, any day now. Okay, so buy hourly suggesting a little bit of consolidation. The stochastic momentum is definitely reverting here, and also we're at critical expansion. So some downside to be faced on the immediate short term. So, okay, so we already know that Monday we have immediate short-term downside, okay? But gravitational zone on the RSI signal, 6 hour, upside pivot in the bullish control zone, stochastic momentum, and starting a contraction phase. Okay, so if this is actually a play, then let me see here. I haven't back tested the 6 hour ever on this thing. I've only done an 8 hour, I think. So let me pull up the I can't believe I'm getting the DMI up again. Where is it? There it is. All right. Damn it. Well, this is good. We have trending market for bulls here. Okay, so I just don't know how far up we can go because I've never back tested this. So let me see the 8 hour. 8 hour. Oh, 21% is very close to a trending market here, and we still have an upside pivot on the bulls. Oh my goodness. If we are going to face some type of resistance soon, I hope it's not the resistance of the channel, okay? So, and our trending market is declining as we climb the higher term time frames. Jeez. Okay, so let's look at this again on the, I think it was it the 3-day that we were looking at, or the buy daily channel? Let me get rid of another challenging one, just like always, guys, that literally stayed away from. Oh, it was a 12 hour. It literally stayed away from this ticker because of the amount of it's just so much crap here, right? So if we are gonna face a downside in the immediate short-term time frame, it could very likely be to test a range. Okay, so that range, first of all, okay, because as you can see, the 12 hour there could be the herpy-derpy here, right? But if we invalidated the herpy-derpy, then this would have been it. right? This is it, right? But on the 2-day time frame, this is clear as day that it's still a herpy-derpy, right? So now, if we're facing a downside, I'm going to give you a range. Okay, so this is potentially the AMC range coming in. Okay, like probably right about here, okay? And let me see if any of this matches here. There, okay. So I'm looking at the wick low here, wick low, support touch here, right? Opening of this candle directly at that, resistance touch here, resistance there, and the closing of this candle here. Okay, so there is high relevance to it. So that, okay, I am liking it. So this is the opening of this candle right over here as well. Wick touch right there of resistance. Okay, so yeah, it could be within this area here as a form of support, and it's kind of a wide-ish area, 440 to 463, right? So that gives you a range in case you want to get long this ticker, which could be, I'm not sure if that could be considered suicide or whatever, right? But there's still upside to be faced on the I think it was the 2-day and the daily. So here we go. I think it was the daily. Ah, my goodness, guys. Yeah, we are definitely in a consolidation phase, if anything. And the daily time frame actually making a bullish cross above the 14-day simple with a continuation to the upside. AMC still has an upside pivot in the gravitational zone here on the buy daily. Okay, so yeah, so this is what I'm talking about for now. Okay, so this is the trajectory, right? So back down into this area here. Remember that the area is between that 464 to about 440, right? So right around there, and then we can actually make an upside, continuing into next week, maybe by the end of next week or the beginning of the following week, we can touch this resistance level, which is very confluent with this wick high, right? So the channel and this wick high here have a lot of rhyming, so 545 could be that target, right? So, and the dangerous thing here is that if we do get that upside to this area and reject, then we do, remember, okay? So if we're looking at the channel on the buy daily now, which I don't think we are, it would be test number 1 and test number 2. It would just be test number 2, which would then pressure us to the downside, right? So now the downside here, if you can look to the left, all those candles to the left where the cursor, here, 377, look, 377. I mean, that could be a target, right? So I'm just saying here that this is not the end all be all, and you should always look at your broader perspective, okay? Meaning that you are still in the process of creating a series of lower highs, right? I understand that we do have a macro bottom here, breaking this market structure just ever so slightly, but I would just, in order for us to invalidate this, we need a closure above 860. We need a closure above this. I'm sorry. We need a closure above 915. Okay, so a closure above 915 would be an official break of market structure, and then we would then consider this a macro higher low. Okay, so only then. So until we do that, I have to favor the bears. Okay, but for now there is a slight downside to be faced in the shorter time frame, all the way up to about 540. And then a potential drop again from there. I can't tell where we're going to drop to from here. In fact, I can't even tell if we are in fact going to do what I said, right? But that's kind of what the chart is suggesting, and then we'll keep an eye on it, okay? So I'm probably not even going to look at it, right? So then later on, you're going to tell me, Arca, you were dead ass wrong again. Dude. Bro, I am... No. My family did get the squeeze. I didn't personally, but my family did. They got this squeeze, not the January one. So my brother in particular, I think he had an $8 average when it ran up to $70. So that was very nice. And yeah, but now guys, I don't actually catch squeezes anymore. I don't do squeeze plays anymore. Okay, so now I'm just a short-term trader, systematic. Right, that's all I do. You can create your own squeeze that way, you guys, right? So if you got long this ticker at about 398, just picture it like this, okay? So 398, you got long, right? And then you would take profit at this 41% level, 557, which is what we're thinking it may do, right? So Right, so 41% right there, right? So then you wait for the downside, and if you know the range, then you would trade it again, right? So then here you would have 86% or 85%, right? So then you wait for the range again because there could be a test number 3 of this. So then you're up again. You're up again another 46%. So, and now imagine that you were both short biased and long biased. So you're looking at 4 times 4. So that's a lot, right? You guys can literally, if you learn trading the right way, you could make your own squeeze without actually waiting for a massive run up, right? So now if we are waiting for a squeeze based on purpose, based on, fighting against, fighting for market equality, then yeah, that's fine. That's all good. It's that's your play. It's no problem. But what I'm trying to say is that if you are hurting because you are, you're bag holding, right? So like a lot of people are, right? So then you could actually hedge plays like this, guys. Remember, I was keeping you guys up. I don't know if I have any OG Twitter followers, right? When I didn't have a YouTube, I said to everybody that I have an $80 account, and I'm gonna start my $80 account because I want to start trading. So I turned the $80 in 4 weeks or 5 weeks. I think I turned it into $500. And then the 500 worked for my next used laptop, and that laptop actually helped all of us here. Actually, it helped bring up Arca. So a lot of things were evaluated there. So and in fact, I still have it right in front of me. Right. So if you're able to learn how to actually really trade, right, and know the rules behind the game, guys, then it could present a very nice opportunity for literally anyone. It just some will learn faster than others, and some will learn slower than others. It's no problem, guys. But in my personal perspective, I learned in 6 months, right? But it's not always the case. I also had a huge catalyst for that, right? Literally a dying son. Right, so that's not cool. Right, so yeah. So anyway, guys, so we're gonna end the poll for BRDS, acknowledging that we're gonna freaking ignore everybody else right now. Right, so Miss L saying that you're the slow learner. No, you're probably the newest learner. So it's a little different. All right, so all right, guys. So we're gonna end the poll to vote for TRKA in 5 seconds. Okay, so if you haven't voted, go ahead and cast your vote now. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this is done. All right, guys. So we have here BRDS. We're gonna analyze it, right? 64% said yes for BRDS, and screw everybody else who asked for any other tickers before this, guys. I I promise I don't mean anything by that. Okay, so all right, finally, let's go ahead and look at BRDS, sorry, and finally get it out of the way, right? So let me put it down onto the list and take a look at it. I was already supposed to be done. My toddler's waiting for me, guys, right? So let's go ahead and make it a quick one, all right? So we already have our tools up, which is very good. We pointed out the last time we looked at this that there could be a broadening descending wedge where we're playing, right? So, and we also did notice the potential of coming back to validate this newly converted resistance into a support, right? Which is usually the case, what happens with these plays, right? So, just to kind of state the obvious things out of the way, just real quick, out of the way, right? We're looking at a topside target per the playbook rules of 77.92, okay? So that doesn't mean that we're going there. I'm just saying that that's usually the case, right? So we can see that already the RSI on the daily may be finding support from the 14-day simple, although stochastics still show us a downside. Now, the downside could be limited here, though, because we could, like always, look at this, okay? We can actually face this downside and then reaccumulate, right? And then continue onwards and upwards. In this particular case, we actually didn't have the 14-day simple so close to us, right? So in this case, we do. So this may be actually a validator to the upside. Another thing to keep in mind is that stochastics is within the bullish control zone. Okay, so yes, a downside pivot, but still within the bullish control zone. Okay, and we are starting to contract here. Okay, so if there is a contraction play happening now, that means that we could be mean reverting. Okay, so let me pull up my algo here, the reversion variant, to see if we have anything in line. Okay, so if it is reverting, right? Because it is a downside. So we could find support from the medium here at 49.85, which could be indicative of 18 cents. All right, but that doesn't mean, again, and we do have my algo is giving us a bear signal here. So, and also it gave us the bull signal before we went up. Okay, so I'm not presently sure that this is going to be the best play for now, but that doesn't mean that it's over. It only means that we can reaccumulate and bounce to the upside. That's all that it really means, because likely if we see the upper term time frames like the 5-day, this stochastics could be down here facing upward and starting to contract here or at critical volatility. So let's look at the 5-day. So we're not at critical volatility, but we are pitched to the upside. So that's what I mean, right? So it's still pivoted towards the upside, and we just got the closure. The reason why I'm mentioning right now the upper time frame is because we just got the closure, right? So that impacted the probabilities to the upside, and we're now in the gravitational zone. Okay, so this is now backing my thesis of reloading or potentially coming back down to that 18 cent area and then actually facing an upside continuation here. Okay, so I'm just saying that there is the possibility. COSM still going to 914? Maybe. Actually, the setup, I spoke about it actually in a video just recently. The volatility is increasing, so it's literally about to reset that condition one more time, which is very, very weird because there's nothing fundamentally happening within the ticker right now, right? But anyway, you guys, let me just continue on here. But yes, know that I have an eye out for that particular criteria and that setup for COSM, and I do think it may be close. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that no matter what, as I do care about retail within that. Okay, so it's just a different outlook, you guys. So remember that I just practice mathematical concepts. That's all that I do. And everybody asks me if I keep into consideration FTDs and all that stuff. I don't, because everything is kind of in the price action, right? So it's just different traders. The other trader, not a problem. Thanks, Rosa. The other people who look at those types of metrics are fundamental traders. In my case, I'm just a systematic trader. Okay, you guys. So this is a very good sign here that we are using the mean as a very perfect area before a bounce to the upside. That doesn't mean that we can't come back down, though. Okay, please remember that like I said, we just started that 5-day iteration. So there is a potential to come down just like this candle here, failure to about that 18 cent level, 19 cent, and then we can continue to the upside. Okay, so like I said, closure of the 5-day influenced our stochastics oscillator towards the upside. Okay, and another thing that we should notice here is that volatility is starting to expand again. Okay, when we're getting expansion in volatility, that usually means that volatility is starting to come in again. Volume, meaning that people are starting to buy it. Okay, so huge 18 million 5-day candle. Okay, so that was a good amount of volume accumulated over 5 days. Okay, so I like it. Okay, so now if we can continue that now, maybe the next candle could be the 200 million and the 100 millions and the 300 millions, and then we would actually make a serious move to the upside. Okay, so let's move back down to the 3-day and see what we have. Okay, so the 3-day is now giving you that validation that we are gathering volatility here. And notice this, we also just got the 3-day closure on, I think, on Friday. So we're going to see how this thing impacted, but seeing that we have this huge hammer candle here after a downtrend, this is usually a validator for a continuation to the upside. Again, it's a 3-day iteration. So within the 3-day and the 5-day, there is space to come back down and still create a hammer candle and continue on to that upside. Okay, so know for a fact that we do have resistance at a range of about 29.79 to about 31.81 because the Bollinger Bands are right there. Bollinger Bands are essentially volatility. Okay, so it's just a different perspective. This is BBWP stands for Bollinger Bands with percentile. Okay, so you're looking at Bollinger Bands here just expressed in a different way. Okay, you guys, so very impressive upside pivot here. In fact, let me look at the DMI because this is incredibly inflated, right? So we're starting to get an uptick here, we're still not trending market right now. Bulls are still in control. 5-day iteration likely down there as well. Oh, in fact, it's not. Damn. This is at 33%, but we're trending. Look at this. Okay, we're getting very close to each other here. So yeah, guys, it's validating even more. We still need a downside to 18 cents, 19 cents. And from that area, we could actually make a continuation to the upside. And that downside is very much looked at from the shorter time frames. Okay, so let me see the RSI here. And a very slow mover at that. Okay, so yeah, guys, look out for the downside on BRDS to 18 to 19 over the next, let me see, maybe Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday potentially being the latest, and then actually after Tuesday or Wednesday, then we can actually make that upside or start to pivot, right? And then we can actually make a pretty nice move to the upside. But all of what I just said right now is just to put it in very short terms, is that we very likely have we're very likely going to retest the floor. So about 19 to 18 cents from the broadening descending wedge, and then we can actually start making some impulsive moves to the upside. Of course, we need some validations with more volume and more sentiment and all that good stuff, right? So, but remember, guys, I wouldn't consider this thing has equal amount of earnings misses as it has earnings beats too. Okay, so another thing that you want to know is that you don't want to hold too. I mean, I wouldn't personally hold overnight. This is the market cap on this is 76.7 million and 110 million on that float, right? So this is it's very high risk. Okay, this is very high risk. All right, so I mean, if anything, that we should really holding overnight plays, not options. Holding overnight shares would, more like this, like Nvidia, IBM and stuff like that would be a safer play for overnight holds. Okay, you guys, but that's what I'm looking at for BRDS, you guys, and it's bullish. It just we need to reaccumulate. We need to gather ourselves down here once again. And then gather enough volume, enough longs to get serious about this trade, and then make that upside. Okay, so I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's just not ready just quite yet. Okay, you guys, but it's there. All right, just be patient and mind your stop losses. Okay, mind your risk management on this. Just don't. If you're in the green, don't let them take it away from you. All right, you guys, you hear my little guy over there? This is my toddler yelling up and down the stairs. Me, basically, am I killing you or what? Oh, because you're long this, dude. I am never gonna say upside to you if it says downside. A lot of you saw my conversation with someone, right, regarding GTII. It was just an ongoing conversation. I can't, guys. I'm not going to. I feel like it would be a betrayal to you if I started giving you guys just, Mr. Levitz. Okay, gotcha. So, it would be, he sounded like a siren. He was yelling up and down. It would be a betrayal of trust, right? I want you guys to know that I will always say it the way it is, regardless if I'm wrong or right. Remember, it's just my own opinion, and that's all it really is, guys. I can get flustered and I can get, really, really annoyed. In fact, actually, a very famous anchor from the, I think it's called NY1, New York 1, actually reached out to me, and she said, Arca, you are doing such an amazing job. I just want you to know that you're doing great, and I know what it feels like to want to, just kind of yell at the people, right, when they're being mean. So she goes, but I just want you to know that you're doing really good, and keep it up, right? So it made me feel so good that she said that, because I'm like, oh man, I was so embarrassed now because she heard it. Right? She heard me being just like a freaking pirate. Right? Mr. Levitt saying, don't worry, Arca, give it to us straight. My dude, I have to, bro. And basically Amy saying Arca's best quote, go trade like Buffett. I mean, guys, he can't, arguably, in his defense, he literally made $80 billion out of nothing, right? So, and his concept behind buying the dip, right, is huge. It's him, right? So I just I'm a short-term trader though. I really would like my gains like now, right? So Mark Roach saying, F the naysayers, they don't mean a thing. This is what style we bring. Dude, I hear that, man. I hear that. I'm just trying to present a different outlook than what everyone else does, right? So it's, Ron Burgundy reached out to you from NY1, from New York 1. My goodness, dude, it was really cool. All right, so I loved it. But yeah, hey guys, I appreciate everybody for coming by. I know we had a little bit of a smaller crowd today, but I really loved talking to everybody, right? Sometimes I feel like the smaller crowds allow for a deeper conversation or for whatever, right? So just remember what I just said about this, okay? So yeah, everybody, happy Easter. Destiny, thank you for wishing me that and my family, okay? So I wish you all a very happy Easter to you and your family, okay? But just make sure to spend some time together, and we'll get back to the market talk, guys. We'll remember, we're going to stream live again on Sunday, right? So happy Easter, everyone. Ed Princeton, good to see you here, dude. Please remember that the welcome packages will be coming out soon, okay? So rest assured that I'm working on your master student badges, okay? They will be in your email soon enough. Candace Morrison, good to see you here. Miss L, have a very good night. Cal L, I love you, buddy. Mark Roach, my moderators, everybody in here, man. Thank you, everybody, so much. Sebastian Lim, love you, buddy. I'll catch you soon. Beso, Amy, peace, sausage for all. Oh my goodness, Snowdrifter. Arca going to be on cable soon, man. Probably. That's what they were telling me. They were saying that. Probably gonna end up on TV with CV Payne, right? Oh my goodness. All right, you guys. But yeah, that's it. I wish everybody a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell on Monday. Adios, everybody.